Shalom, Kahala, Yahaba, Shem Yahushai, Waharaka, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to you, brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And I got a question, so let me play this.
You understand? In your right hand or in your forehead, read on.
And that no man might buy or sell.
No, that mark is going into sin. When you read Job,
So they're still teaching that the mark is sin, okay?
it's going into sin. All right? That no man may buy or sell, read on.
Save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast.
So you got to have the mark or the name of the beast
Now he's telling you that the mark is sin, right? Okay.
in order to buy or sell. Now let me tell you also. Now today, the trade wars, the tariffs, all that stuff.
Let me skip forward a little bit. I want to get to a point
What?
here.
But to trade, to buy and sell, we've seen it take place before our eyes. You all understand? But this is, as I said, is level state. Okay? I see they trying to collapse the US dollar. Dominancy. Do you know that China and a lot of these dollar are gonna tank? The US dollar gonna tank. New solution. And guess what? Let all nations know, listen, this is the new form of trading worldwide. And make sure all your citizens have a digital ID and all their information is on that digital ID.
So he's not actually saying that the digital ID is the mark. They're saying that the mark is sin. All right? But now they're talking about it. But listen to this.
Their bank account and all of these things. You all understand? That's the level it's going to come to. It ain't there fully as yet. But that's the level it's going to come to. The mark of the beast. Okay? Read it again.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell.
And the mark of the beast is the mark of who? America. He is the beast. He set up this whole system. It's him ruling it. It's him running it. Remember, Europe gave him their power. Europe is carrying him. But America is the one that making all the decisions. The mark of the beast is America going to be pushing that. Is America going to be setting up that religion that everybody...
Okay, setting up that religion. So now they're keying in on something, religion. All right, listen up.
You got to worship the white image of Christ.
Right, so he's saying that he's tying in worshiping the white image of Christ with the MOTB, with the mark of the beast. All right?
America going to be pushing that. America is the one that's going to set it up where, in order...
Which is absolute bullshit. But there's a reason they're saying that, okay? Because what do they worship? They worship a black Jesus Christ, right? That's what they worship, right? They don't worship Yahushua. They worship a black Jesus Christ. They're saying that the image of the beast, which is tied to the mark of the beast, is worship, which is the sin, is worshiping a white Jesus, okay?
If you don't agree with the mark of if you don't agree with their politics, their religions, you can't function in their society.
Right, so this is very important, right? They haven't said that the MOTB is the microchip. They're talking about pieces of the system, and then they're saying that the mark of the beast is sin, and you're gonna be forced to worship the white Jesus. So my question is this: since they haven't actually outright said that the microchip is the mark of the beast, right? If they were to come out tomorrow and make the mark of the beast mandatory, sorry, if they made the microchip mandatory, right? But they didn't say that you had to worship the white Jesus. Based upon what they're telling you, then that's it. The microchip ain't the mark of the beast then, because they're not making you worship their religion. They're not making you worship the white Jesus. So in a way, that's in a roundabout way, they're kind of setting up a straw man where if Esau comes down with this MOTB, as long as he doesn't make you worship the white Jesus, then it's not the mark, is it? So then you could take it. This is very, very interesting, the way they're breaking this down. Very calculated, very, very slippery. You know, where did they get this from, man? Why do they keep pushing this? The white image is the image of the beast. The white Jesus. So if you could still worship black Jesus, is it the mark? Interesting.